Southern chocolate do-nothing cake. Mmm. Down south, we work hard. And from time to time, we like to do nothing. And that includes baking cakes. This chocolate do nothing cake comes by popular demand from our subscribers who love to watch me do nothing. And while you're doing nothing, you reach up there and you hit that like button. If you are new here, subscribe and hit notifications so that you get all of our recipes as they post. Now you sit back and do nothing while I show you how to make this Southern chocolate do nothing cake. To start this Southern chocolate do nothing cake, you're going to need a baking dish. So I'm using an 8 by 11, but you can use the 9 by 13 as well. You'll also want to grease this really good. I have used a little bit of Baker's Joy on mine. Preheat that oven to 350 degrees and set your baking dish over to the side. Grab yourself a mixing bowl. I'm going to be using my large mixing bowl cup. I love this. Add to it. You need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I've already added it in here. You'll need 2 teaspoons of baking powder, an eighth a teaspoon of salt. We're just using sea salt, a quarter cup of unsweetened cocoa. We're using the Hershey's, and this is what's going to bring all of that yummy chocolate flavor to this Southern chocolate do nothing cake. You also need 1.5 cups of sugar. We're going to give all of this a good whisk. This is all mixed up now. We're going to add our wet ingredients. So, our wet ingredients, we're going to need 2 eggs. You need 1 can, a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple. Juice and all, do not drain it. Of course, you got to have a little bit of vanilla flavoring, and it calls for about a teaspoon. I'll probably give it a little bit more than a teaspoon. And then you're going to mix this all together. Now, this cake comes from the 1940s. It was before they came out with box cakes. And if someone needed to make a cake and they needed it quick, they didn't have time for it to sit around and get all leavened, this is what they would make for their family because you just stir it together. It's like you're doing nothing. And then they would frost it with a frosting that you don't have to get out a mixer for this, guys. If you don't like to get out mixers and have all that mess to clean up, this is definitely the cake for you. So just give this a good stir. Try to get all of the dry ingredients incorporated around the bottom. It smells so good. This would also be a good summertime cake. It's got that pineapple in it, and our topping's going to have some coconut in it. So you know that pineapple and coconut are some very good summer flavors, but this cake's good all year round. This is all mixed up, guys. We almost have a cake, and it doesn't feel like I have done nothing. So grab your baking dish, and now we're going to add the batter right to that prepared baking dish. This is mixed up pretty good. If you do see any flour pockets in there, don't worry about it. Don't do nothing, okay? Because it will be fine. They will go away as the cake bakes. Our Southern chocolate do nothing cake is ready to go in the oven. Again, that oven is preheated at 350 degrees and it will be in for 30 to 35 minutes until you stick a toothpick in it and it comes out clean. While I'm standing around doing nothing, waiting for our Southern chocolate do nothing cake to bake, we're going to make a topping for it. Guys, now don't let this intimidate you. It's going to take 5 minutes to make this topping, and it is silly easy. just like you're doing nothing. So you will start with a saucepan. You need 1 stick of butter. So I have already added that here. And to this, we are going to add a 1/2 cup of sugar. That was a full cup, by the way. We're going to add a full cup of sugar. We're going to add 3/4 cup of evaporated milk. Now, not your condensed milk, okay, guys? This is the evaporated milk. And we're going to bring this to a boil for 5 minutes. Our topping is come to a boil, and we're going to let it boil here, guys, for 5 minutes. We're looking for it to thicken up just a little. Our topping has boiled for 5 minutes. I've turned the heat off, and now we're going to add 1 cup of roasted chopped pecans. Now, guys, roasting these nuts will bring out a more intense flavor, but you don't have to. You can do nothing. We also need 1.5 cups of coconut. We have roasted this one too, or toasted this one. I think that it brings out better flavor in the coconut as well, but you don't have to. You can do nothing. And we'll stir this all together. This is all stirred together. Now we just need to wait for that Southern chocolate do nothing cake to come out of the oven. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to do nothing. Our Southern do nothing chocolate cake is out of the oven. And guys, it does feel like I have done nothing. We're going to give it a test, clean as a whistle. Okay. I knew it was anyway. It was pulling away from the sides just a little. So now we're going to prepare it for that topping. You do this warm, so you don't have to cool this, which is one of the reasons that this cake was so popular, and it's still so popular today. So you're going to start putting holes in it. So it's kind of like a poke cake, but not really. You will do these just in a grid, or you can do it any way you want to. I'm doing mine in a grid. So you just poke, poke, poke while you're doing nothing. This is going to allow that topping to seep down into this Southern chocolate do nothing cake. So then you take your topping, just pour it over your warm cake. And this topping is delicious. Okay, we've already been in it. So you'll just want to spread this over the whole cake. I feel like I'm doing nothing right now. This is all spread across our Southern do nothing cake. We're going to let this cool. We're going to come back and get into this. While I was doing nothing, this Southern chocolate do nothing cake has cooled, and it is so moist. I wished you could see this. Come in here and take a look. Look at how moist that cake is. And then that coconut and pecans on top is going to have an irresistible texture to it. This cake is perfect when you need a quick and delicious cake. Guys, you have got to try this one in your home. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit notifications so that you get all of our recipes as they post. Now I'm going to do nothing. God bless and take care.